Hello my little baby boys, welcome back to the channel. Chris is winning. I am Chris and I am, in fact, always winning. Today, honest to God, we are going to be reviewing one of my previous favorite movies. Used to be my favorite until I rewatched it for this video. And if you haven't heard of it, you are either living under a rock or you are my boyfriend because he also hadn't heard of it before this video. I am looking to spread out my content as well. I am looking to broaden the range and get a little funky with it. Subscribe to Chris is Winning before my mailbox blows up, and so does yours because it will if you don't subscribe. Quick content warning, there is a lot of really messed up shit in this movie. I'll put a list here. Yeah, so if any of that shit really bugs you, makes you feel sick, just click off the video. It's okay. With the critic's eye, I realized how much of the movie is actually insane. I will not be showing any of the spooky, scary scenes, obviously, because it's ominous and make you uncomfortable. But we are gonna be talking about pretty messed up stuff. So if any of that makes you uncomfortable, again, just reiterating, you can click off. Just click off anytime. No hard feelings. I got you. I get it. So if you choose to stay, you can trust that in my heart, I'll be here. I'll be here to protect you. I'll protect you from Ashton Kutcher in the 2004 movie, The Butterfly Effect. First, we start off with a very scary title scene that is, I have to say, probably one of the scariest parts of this movie is this title scheme, just because of the music. And a quote saying, "It has been said that something as small as the flutter of a butterfly's wing can ultimately cause a typhoon halfway around the world." Quoted by Chaos Theory. I think that is some guy, but I don't know, and I am not going to look it up. Yeah, immediately no context, Evan is dying and writing a death note or something. No context. Evan Treborn, he is on the floor covered in sweat, aggressively writing his last wishes, I guess. That's nice. That's really nice. Thanks. Then the title sequence plays some bullshit and some kids on bikes ride down a hill. We see Evan. Then it's a sad, longing for daddy complex, boring scene. With his mom that barely matters. She does not matter. There's no part of her that really matters. She is there for context and to move the plot forward. She's irrelevant pretty much. I don't understand. Evan did this? The next scene is the most horror movie-esque scene I have ever seen. It is straight up just one of those the picture and the scary kid, but I'm not even sure why this scene is here. I don't know. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I just couldn't grasp the movie that well, but I've watched this movie 4 or 5 times. I have no idea why this scene's in here. Why is he drawing scary pictures? Plot hole. If any Redditors and guys with neck beards want to come at me and tell me that there is a reason and that I'm just stupid, you can comment. I don't care. I don't care. I'm never watching this movie again after this, so. Anyways, the drawing scared her so much, she took him to the doctor, and now he's getting tested for some weird shit that his dad has, apparently.
I'm sure the test results would come back negative.
So, doctor and mom talk about Evan needing to write in journals to remember shit. That is an important plot point. Remember that. Yeah, and then he pulls a knife on his mom for no reason. Just, I don't know. I also don't know why this happens. Like, at least it comes up later. The drawing doesn't come up later, but the knife, I'm still not sure why he does this. Scene trigger warning for SA and Piedo. We meet Katie's dad.
Hey, Andrea.
George,
Hello, little man. Step.
He is one of the worst characters, and I hate him not just for the things he does, but he has no character development, and he is just so bad.
Kidding? We're gonna have a great time today, right, sport?
Yeah, that's creepy.
Evan, guess what? Dad got a new video camera, and we're all gonna be in a movie.
That's right, Evan.
That's creepy.
Now, Evan, you have to promise your bestest, super duper promise that this will be our little secret.
Creepy. They are in danger. In fact, they are, because he immediately does terrible, terrible things. And I won't show any of that because, obviously, but you can just imagine that it's horrible, not good. It's not graphic, it's just a bad scene, just uncomfortable. And then the scene moves on, so I will too. Oh yeah, and then his mom and doctor decide that it's a good idea to go see his dad. They're like, it'll help his mental health. His dad is in the psych ward, which is fine. The first thing we hear Evan write about in his journal in this scene is this.
Meet my father. His name is Jason, and he's crazy. I hope he lets me call him Dad.
And then he meets him. And then he chokes him. Oh fuck, he dies. Dude, they kill him. Now it is 6 years later, and they are sexy and hot and sexy. It's like, it's fine, right? Like, they're all having fun. And for some fucking reason, this little twat who is Katie's brother wants to blow up some shit, so he takes out this dynamite stick. And then we get some ominous scenes at the mailbox. They chose to blow up for no reason, because why would there be a reason? They're fucking stupid kids. And now they're in the woods. Oh, and Lenny's sad, so he's getting some rest. He's in shock. Then they go get him some help, I guess. They talked to Evan's mom, who asked what happened, and Evan blacked it out, so of course he did. Of course he did. Of course he blacked it out, you know?
I blacked it out.
The other two kids won't fess up. They won't, because they're fucking twats, I guess. Evan eventually tries therapy like most of us do.
Relax. I want you to take me to the time you were in the woods with Vinny.
And almost dies, like most of us do. Then immediately it cuts to a movie theater, because this movie fucking hates me. Evan asks what happened to the mailbox, and then Tommy, Katie's brother, just starts fucking trying to beat him up. Then he sees Evan trying to kiss his sister. Guess what he does then? He just beats the shit out of some other guys with a pole. Tommy gets arrested, then we get to see Lenny. Lenny! I love Lenny. He's so cool. Lenny. They go visit him in his room where he is sick and sad, but he is making some sick plays. Get fucked up after this. So this is a trigger warning for like ending the life of an animal. Right? Again, I'm not gonna show anything. Just thought I should warn you guys. They go on a stroll through the woods and they're just chilling, they're vibing. They see smoke and they run towards it instead of calling the police. A cab, but come on, guys. 2004. I think cops were worse back then, but I think they would have listened to 4 white kids. So Tommy is trying to set Evan's dog ablaze. That's what happens. He's pissed off, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't do that, but it is what it is. Rightfully so, Evan tries to stop him, and then he gets beat the fuck up, and then he blacks out again. Fortunately, he does wake up, and everything is burnt to the ground, implying that the dog did pass away. So that is sad, and I didn't like this part of the movie. But they're only sad for like 2 minutes, because now Evan's moving. The pacing of this movie is just so good, like it just kind of really takes you on the journey of life, just cut by cut by cut by cut by cut, and no context. It's nice. Suddenly he's in college now, and he's Ashton Kutcher. Evan is a top-notch student, I guess, but his roommate Thumper gets all the bitches, and he gets introduced like this. So clearly one of them's gonna succeed, and it's not gonna be Ashton Kutcher. The main and pretty much only reason this bar scene is there is so that Evan can meet this strange girl, try to have sex with her, and then she ruins the mood by endorsing him to have a panic attack, I guess, because that's fun. She made him read about how his dog died. Like, girlie, what? It's on you. That's on you for making him dig up that bullshit. That's completely on you. Evan then flashes back to his old body when he was a kid. He gets really confused, but he still has the brain of an adult. But he's a kid, right? He wakes up and his response is this. This fucker then drives all the way to Lenny's house. He immediately gets there, and what he does is he just starts bombarding Lenny. Just and bringing up his PTSD and just making things worse. After that fight and more trauma being pushed up by Evan, he starts messing his life up even more cool visual, and then Evan is poofed back to when he was at the mailbox with Katie. Woo. And so those blackouts are like him when he was back in time. So his young self doesn't remember those periods because that was adult him. Important to remember is this movie is called The Butterfly Effect, if it doesn't know. Which means it is just going to get more convoluted and confusing. Because of course it is, because it's about the butterfly effect. And that is pretty much the most confusing theory out there, in my opinion. It is one of the most... Sorry, I won't go into this. I don't fucking care. So Ashton Kutcher, in his childhood body, then looks around a bit and drops his cigarette on his stomach like a dumbass. This may seem super irrelevant, but it does come up later. And of course it does, because this movie never stops adding more layers of plot and convoluted bullshit. So... moving on to my favorite scene. They put dynamite in the mailbox, then a mom and baby come out, because of course they do, and they try to open the mailbox. Because obviously they had to come home. You can tell what happens next. Dance around the yard until the bomb is about to go off, and then go open the mailbox. I will not be showing the subtext because it's uncomfortable. Again, like most of this movie is. Yeah, Lenny is in shock, and he's really sad. So that's why Evan's restoring it was on the ground, so sad about his past actions. Wow. And after some comfort from Thumper,
Christ, man. Fucking brutal.
and Evan ropes his scar on his stomach from when he went back in time. This movie is so fucking long. I have deleted 4 separate phone calls, just full phone call conversations out of clips, because they're so irrelevant. They don't matter. They don't matter at all. I'm only halfway through the movie. Speaking of long irrelevant scenes, Evan goes and meets up with his mom, and they discuss his dad. And the scene is so long and means nothing, and all they're like, and all they talk about is how much Evan is like his dad, and how his dad was also like Evan. As if we didn't already know that. Ashton Kutcher then drives his car to go meet his first love. They both wear the same. Acting. Oh no, wait, it's Katie, his girlfriend from fucking what? 5 years ago? Okay. At this point, I was going insane. I ended up putting on my headphones and just playing the High School Musical I Don't Dance song in my headphones, just over and over again, because it was so much better than whatever I was watching.
I don't dance, I know you can, not a chance, whoa.
I'd rather Evan meets Katie outside the restaurant where she works. They talk for an ungodly amount of time. Me to sleep. Evan is back at his dorms, and then she runs away. He gets a message from his old pal Tommy. And considering the face he makes, you can assume he did not get good news. Another trigger warning just for, again, self-injury and slide. So, again, that is something, if that triggers you, or P.S. suicide is never I'd recommend that you, if you skip over this or urge to do so, please reach out for help. I will put the Canadian helpline link right here, as well as a website down below in the description, in case you don't live in Canada, which a lot of you probably don't. You can just go on the website and click the one that applies to your country. They're just helplines, but yeah, talking to someone's better than no one. So. Katie talked to Evan once. That is out of the way. Ashton Kutcher, let's get back into this crazy shit. Went home and did bad things. Or, maybe it was because that whole fucking walk, he was just, like, re-traumatizing her and, like, bringing it back up for his own sake, because he was like, I want to heal. But, like, he wasn't considering how, like, bringing that up could have been, like, really harmful to her mental health. And he just, like, kept pushing her, and then she, like, ran away, and he was like, And then she ended up, yeah, committing, and it was, the thing is, again, a really sad scene. If it had I hate this movie. Well, I would be like, it doesn't handle it well either. More like, even like, okay, but the thing is, the funeral scene, they look so fucking bored. Look at this. And then just fucking walks away. Alright, guys. This was my first half of this review. I hated it. You know, the movie was pretty good. No, that's a lie. I hated the movie. And this was also awful. And I don't know why I picked this movie. And I hope you watched this far, because that'd be really cool if you did. You should subscribe. It'd be fun if you did. Thanks for joining me today on the Wings of a Butterfly.